Okay, let's get the show on the road here. Great turnout. Appreciate you all coming. And we're here for a very exciting event on Saturday. Of course, we have the Yellow Jackets and the Hardrockers. It's a basketball doubleheader right here at 5 o'clock, as you all know. And this is the club level. And for you Hard Rock Club members, you have access to this on Saturday. We'll have food up here for you, and it's a great venue to watch some of the action if you want. There'll be a cash bar available, and soft drinks and whatever. So Hard Rock Club members, just show your pass at the door on Saturday, and you'll be in here free of charge and a lot of free food. A couple of other items. We have the State Farm agents of Rapid City sponsoring this event. I've seen Scott Carlson here. I see Matt McCormick. And I think we all should thank State Farm. They've been very supportive. And they have purchased a big screen, I think it's 55-inch TV that they're going to be raffling off. And Anita has raffle tickets for both the TV and the Strider bikes. How many of you have ever ridden a Strider bike? They're a pretty good deal. So you can buy your raffle tickets here from Anita for that. We have both basketball teams here. They have been a little disappointed in the women's team because I thought you'd look a little bit more tan than you do in 5 days in Florida. The men got to go to Texas where it was 32 degrees and the wind chill factor was about 1. So we had a good trip there. So let's get going. We have the first game at 5 o'clock. It's Black Hill State and the Hard Rocker women. Ryan Larson is going to come up here. He's going to update us on the Hard Rocker women's team. And Ryan?
Thanks, Tom. I miss you up here. I mean that. I really do. Tom he asked me about my tan down in Florida. It was a business trip. It really, really was. And I swear, if one more person called me in Florida and said, well, at least you're in Florida, not in South Dakota, I was going to punch him. Because that was getting old. It was. We were down there to focus on 3 games. We played well. We really did. It's hard this time of year to really evaluate, especially from a fan standpoint, exactly where a team's at. This group is really coming a long ways. They are. They're improving every day in practice, every game. The first game down there, we played a good maybe university team. They're athletic, extremely athletic, and we were up 14, 16 points in the first half and held a 12-point lead at halftime. After that, they turned up the juice a little bit, and our old friend, the turnover problem, came back and handled us pretty good. And I burned all my timeouts as quick as I could to stop the bleeding, and just quite couldn't stop the bleeding. And they got a lead on us, and we kept fighting. And that was really nice to see. In games past, this team wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have. I'm sorry, ladies, but they wouldn't have done that. They kept fighting. We did great things in that game. That's a good team that we played down there. Probably one of the top 5, 6 teams that we'll play all year. Our second game, we played Palm Beach Atlantic, a very good team as well. Down 9 at halftime. And probably one of my proudest moments all year is we took a 4-point lead with about 4 minutes to go. We fought back that game and we really executed. We defended. We followed a game plan pretty closely that second half. And then, again, our old friend, the turnover problem, came back and bit us in the tail a little bit, and we just couldn't quite hold on to that lead. Then kind of the story of our season right now, the first half of our third game down in Florida, we had 16 turnovers at halftime against a team that we were clearly better than. Second half, we came out and turned it over 6 times, and we held them to 2 field goals, and we ended up winning by 20 plus. So that was a great, very good. Thank you. What I actually told the girls at halftime is, I can't teach turnovers. I can't coach turnovers. And they figured it out. And we stopped turning it over, and we had an excellent second half. I was really, really proud of them. And again, we defended our tails off. It was a great way to end a trip down to Florida. It was fun. We talked about having a business trip down there, but we spent a lot of quality time as a team. We played a lot of sand volleyball. And I think that sand volleyball, a couple of those matches, it was really, really competitive. It was a lot of fun. And we're a basketball team. Devin Ashley is a heck of a volleyball player. But after that, we didn't have Strampy down there, obviously, because she's on crutches. But we're not a great volleyball team, but we really competed. And I think that was a great learning experience as just really teaching our kids how to compete and against each other. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm excited to play in the volleyball court at on campus, this spring, as probably a conditioning event of some kind. But that was a lot of fun. It was a good trip. But if one more person asks me about being down in Florida for 6 days, I'm going to get angry because that was a long trip, and we had a really tough trip out to Seattle before break, and then obviously you're traveling over break a little bit as well. But it was great to get back in the gym on the court. We've had 2 excellent practices yesterday and today. Obviously, we know what's at hand coming on Saturday. This is a great turnout for this game. I know the kids are really excited. We competed really well the last 2 days of practice. Excited to play a team that, we played a good game down in Spearfish at BH. But at the same time, everybody who saw the game, who was there, and our team especially, we know that, we're right there with a really good basketball team. BH is, I believe they won 6 in a row right now. So we got a tremendous challenge on our hands right now. The girls are focused. They know. The nice thing is that we're at home, finally. We get to play at home. Well, not quite our home court, but in town. So everybody, make sure you grab a friend, a couple of friends, get them here on Saturday. Cheer us on. You're going to see a great event. Our administration has done an excellent job of putting this thing together. Tiffany, Anita, Jen, everybody else. It's going to be a very, very fun event. Fun event. I know the girls are excited, as well as I am. I keep talking about the rivalry that I knew back when I was at Black Hills. I'm sorry, but even as a kid growing up in Spearfish, those rivalries, there was nothing better. There wasn't. It was just, that was the event in the Black Hills. School Mines, BH rivalry. That's all I knew as a kid. I didn't know Duke or North Carolina. I didn't know USD, SDSU. I knew Tech and Black Hills. And the way our program is going, the way their program is going, I know that rivalry is just going to be one of the premier rivalries in the state again. I really know that. I believe that in my heart. I want to talk a little bit about, again, the progress of our team. We're not seeing the W's in the win column right now, but Coach Paul and myself, we analyze it quite a bit. Just the progress that this team is making. Down in Florida, Renee Waters had a tremendous week down there. She really attacked the basket, and she's really turned into kind of our defensive specialist in the post. It's hard to take her off the floor a lot of times, just because she defends so well. Devin Ashley had her first double-double of the year down there against Florida Memorial. 1 point in the second half, she was playing a little tentative and kind of got in her ear and said a few angry words to her, and she just turned on a switch. And bam, there she went. I think she went off for 6 straight points. Great to see. Alexis Long, she's finally pushing the tempo at the pace that we want to play, and also starting to learn. We don't have numbers. We don't have a break. Slowing it down, grinding up in the half court. Jessica Scholl hit some big shots in that second half against Florida Memorial. That all stems from our execution, us learning how to play and what we want to do offensively. And again, Jess, she's been our defensive stopper all year on the wing position, and just doing a tremendous job for us. defensively. But it's great to see her finding her stroke again from the arc and attack the basket. She's really starting to turn it on. Jordan Edens, you don't see her exactly what she does for us in the box score, but she's that kid. She's stopping. Her limiting her turnovers big time. Finally, thank you, Jordan. Good job on that. And just rebounding, running good motion. She's kind of that glue kid. She gets everybody involved and makes no mistakes. And that's a great role for her. And then, our bench. Our bench is a big weapon for us. We bring Krista off the bench, and our pace picks up, and a really good weapon for us. At the beginning of the year, Coach Paul and I told Brianne that, hey, we want you to shoot 6 threes a game. She didn't do that until our first game against Lynn, or our game with Lynn, and she went 4 for 6. So she met that goal. That was outstanding. So everybody is just doing a tremendous job for us right now. I can't say enough about the progress that we're making as a team, even though we're not seeing it in the win column. But I'm excited about this second half of the year. The progress that we're making right now, I couldn't be more pleased about. It's actually ahead of schedule as far as in my mind, at the beginning of the year, I didn't think we'd be this far along. So that's a tremendous compliment to these young ladies. They're doing a great job for us. It's nice to have our 2 red shirts back. We missed them, especially body-wise. We're a little low on numbers right now. We got some injuries. We're a little bunged up, and a lot of that has to do with us just jamming so many games in. But it was great having them at practice the last 2 days. They obviously brought a lot of energy and intensity to our practice, so that's nice. But yes, keep watching us this year, the rest of this year. You're going to see our best basketball ahead of us. There's no doubt about it. I'm really excited about this second half of the year. But our focus right now is obviously Saturday. And, we're fired up. We feel that we might have given one away down at Black Hills, and we're ready to get it back. There's no doubt about it. At this time, I'm going to bring 2 kids up here to speak. First one, who's going first? You 2? Jordan? All right. Jordan Edens is going to talk to you, then we're going to bring up Brianne Huggins after that.
Hi, my name is Jordan Edens, and I'm a junior, double majoring in chemistry and interdisciplinary sciences. And like Coach said, we had a really good time in Florida, but more than just having a good time, I felt like we came together as a team more than we have so far. And it's really hard having a new coach, a new program, and a lot of young players on the team. But I think that it's really starting to come together. And I'm excited that it's coming together right now, and we have a great chance and a great opportunity to play on Saturday against the rival game. We're all really excited about that, and I think the biggest part about our game on Saturday is going to be to focus on ourselves. And Coach said that turnovers are a huge thing, and I think that's just going to come down to us. And so we're going into Saturday really focused on ourselves and thinking about how we're going to play together as a team and focus on this.
Hi, I'm Brianne Huggins, and I'm a sophomore. I'm studying interdisciplinary sciences, and I'm a guard. Like Jordan said, we're all just really, really excited for our game Saturday. And being in this environment, it's really cool to be at the ice arena. And the last 2 practices we have, it's been really intense, and we just really focused on being competitive, and we're just ready to bring it on Saturday.
I'm glad they kept it short because it's cold in here. It is. I cut a lot of things out of my speech as well because it's cold. It is ice arena, so it should be cold. Any questions for me? Saturday's game, our past few games? None? All right, good. I'm sorry, Coach Henry?
How's Florida?
We had a great hotel down there. Coach Powell found us this diamond of a hotel. It had the best breakfast I ever had. So that hotel was great. We stayed in Boca Raton. That's a little out of my element. I like to wear hooded sweatshirt and sweats, and down there was a lot of Ferraris and Jaguars. Yeah, Coach, Florida was good. It was good. I would like to win 2 more games. We were going down there to win 3, but 1 out of 2 or 1 out of 3 is better than 0-3. Any other questions? Nothing about Florida. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. This is a really nice showing. It's great to have our team here. They listen to me talk way too much, so thank you to them for showing up. Good to see the guys back on campus as well. I do want to thank Tom Rudebush one last time. He's been a tremendous ally for me in my first year here. He's been full of words of wisdom for me. I'm going to miss him dearly. Again, Tom, I'm going to miss you up here. Thanks for everything you've done for me and obviously the school of mines. Thank you.
You know, traveling with the men is an experience. And they play 2 very tough teams on their trip to Texas. But I want to recognize a couple of individuals on the team because I was on the winning bowling team on Sunday night. But I want to recognize the 2 high scorers from those teams. Our team, which won, I wasn't the top bowler. Lucas Nolan was the high man. And the high man on the losing team, I think he had what do they call it, turkey with 3 strikes in a row or something. Trevor Zocker. Yeah. Am I wrong? Did you have a turkey? So you had a double. Yeah, you were the top one. That's why But that was a fun experience. The men seriously played 2 very strong teams, and again, I'm sure Jason will tell you, so close. This team is so close to being such a reversed record on their season, but it was a fun trip. It wasn't the warmest trip, but how was Florida, Ryan? Jason Henry. Jason.
I don't know why I took my jacket off, but I was pretty cool in here. And unlike the women, we went down there to have fun and go bowl and do some other things. So, but it is fun to go out and not just on road trips, but jump on a plane and go and build that team atmosphere. And to be honest, when we started the year, we had so many home games and all bunched together, and we really didn't get that opportunity. And that's the fun part of sports, is you get to learn about different people from all over the country, in our case. And we took advantage of that the last couple of trips. We went to Oregon and Portland right before Christmas, and I know a lot of our guys were looking to get home and see mom and get some cooking and all that fun stuff. But we went out there and played pretty well. We did some good things. Did come away with some wins against a couple pretty good teams, doing very well in their conferences. But it was a chance to go do some other things other than just showing up at practice, going to class, showing up at practice, going to class, show up for a game, then go. We got to spend some time together and doing the things like bowling and some of the other stuff that we've tried to do this year with our guys. Hopefully they understand that's a pretty cool deal and take some things from it. So we did go home for Christmas for 7 days after that. Most of our guys did fly out of Denver and headed home wherever they were from the rest of it, and then came back 7 days later. A lot of them came back the 30th night, must have been the 29th night, and we practiced on the 30th, and we actually played a game on the 31st. A game where we turned it over 24 times and still found a way to win. And that's tough to do. There's no question about it. Obviously, we're fortunate we were at home, knocked down some shots when we needed to, got 31 points from a guy in Mike Dietz, and we really took advantage of what we were better than them at, and that was in the post. Our guys are finally starting to learn. I think Coach Glenn, we talked about it, and kind of coaches that you have those light bulb moments in the season, and I think we finally got to that this weekend. But it kind of started that first game where it's, okay, we're bigger, stronger, everything inside we can dominate. I'm going to take one for the team. We're going to make sure we get plenty of post touches. Shot goes up, they're going to go get the rebounds, and if those guys have 80 points and we win, 80 to 79, hey, that's what it's all about. and I think they kind of start believing in that. Then the second night, the bad part was that they thought we could still win with 24 turnovers, and you can't do that. And Ryan talked a little bit about it, and we had 23 the next night, so 47 in 2 nights. Played a very, very good team in Eastern New Mexico. Big, strong guys. One of the top guards in the country, I believe. And we did a good job of guarding him. We threw some different stuff at him. Did some different things as far as even at halftime. We changed it up where we went and double teamed him right away and face guarded him the whole game. And our guys really did a good job of the game planning for that, with only having basically a couple hours to prepare for that, and took some things away. So did end up winning that one. They were in the Lone Star Conference as well, and then headed down 2 days later. So we played 4 games in 6 days again, and headed down to Tarleton, which Tarleton was number 7, I believe, at the time in the country. One of the top teams out there. They're just big, strong, physical guys. Definitely a tough place to play at home. I think they've won 16, 17 games in a row at home, and once again, the first half, we did some good things. We schemed it up a little bit, played some more zone, did some different things that way against them, and took them out of some things, but we turned it over too much again. They took advantage of that. We're down, pushing 20, I think 16, 18 at halftime. Came back in the second half and did a lot of good things. And we won the second half, got it to 9 or 10 a couple times, ended up losing by 10 or 11 to one of the top teams, like I said, in the country. They'll be playing, no question about it, whether in the Final Four or the Elite 8 for Division II. I think they're going to be a team down there. So once again, kind of a light bulb moment. We did some good things where we knocked down some shots when we needed to. We spaced out. We got some post touches when we had to, and then we. What was it? 5 hours later, it felt like we played another game. The game got done at about 10:30 at night. The women's game went long, so you women that ever want to play before us, go ahead. We'll change that up any day of the week if you guys want to play. I should say after us, we'll play before you, because you never know when those games are going to get over. So we're waiting and waiting and waiting. About 7:45, I think, the game finally started. Got done about 11. Had to drive 3 hours to Oklahoma for a 2 o'clock game. We didn't even do a shoot around. We just had to eat 4 times in the morning, of course, like our guys like to eat. So we did that, and then we ate again, and then I think we went back to the hotel and then ate again, and then we went and played a 2 o'clock game. So, but we did some good things in that game, and in that one, if that's any indication of what the rest of the year is going to be, the wins will come. We talk about that every year. We've gone 5 years in a row of having winning seasons, and we get done with those games, and sure, we won the game, yeah, congratulations, but here's the things you need to work on. You lose the game, here's the place where we got to be better at. And we talk about that, win or lose, and now I think we're going to get over that hump. Hopefully it starts Saturday night against Black Hills. We're pretty fortunate to come away with a win up at their place, but definitely down in Cameron. We hit some shots, we got some leads, we did some good things at the end, but the first half we turned it over 10 times again. Second half we turned it over once. So hopefully we can keep under at 12, 14 turnovers or less going into the rest of the games this year, and we got a great chance to win some games. So that was kind of our last 4 games, actually 6 games, holiday break, all kinds of fun stuff, and a game of bowling or 2, and away we go. But Black Hills, we play them Saturday night. They kind of, I wouldn't say took it to us, but did a lot of good things against us the first time around. I don't know, we just didn't have that feeling of getting after it and making the plays, and that's kind of how we were really playing at that time. And what was nice in that game, though, is we found a way to come away with the win, and that's an indication of a team that's got a chance, a team that's going to win a lot of games, and guys that will stick together. But Jordan came off a couple screens and hit some shots in that game, but even prior to that, we knocked down some shots. But it's going to be an inside-out game again for us. We got to get some post touches. We got to get some shots in the lane, and our guys, I truly believe they figured that out and see how good we can be, especially on the offensive end. Now, the defensive end, we're getting better. We're getting better. We're being competitive. We're making those plays that we're talking about, and I think sky's the limit the rest of the way. And we have some tough games coming up. There's no doubt about it. But with that Black Hills game, I'm very, very excited. So I'll try to cut mine short too. I don't know what in the world short means for Ryan, but I was going to freeze my butt off if he's talking any longer. So I will cut it off here. But we're going to bring one up. Mike, actually, I'll answer questions before Mike comes up, so we can drill Mike a little bit with some questions. Questions for me? What time's the game? Great question. Game time is at 7 o'clock on Saturday. 5 o'clock for the. We do, before I do jump off here and let Mike talk a little bit and continue on, we do have a JV game. We played a JV. I talked a little bit about it this year, but we played some junior colleges this year with our guys that redshirted for the most part last year, guys that just, to get some more time for them. We're carrying a bunch of extra guys or guys this year, more guys this year. And we're going to be at home for the only time that we're playing at home. And it's actually at 5 o'clock on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So hopefully you want to get out and see some more young guys. A lot of them are going to be playing a lot of time for us in the near future. So hopefully you come out and just jump in the gym for a half an hour or so and watch a half and see how they go. But I know they're back. A lot of those guys are the ones that just got back today for practice. Haven't been around for almost a month now, but had a good practice today. So we're looking forward to that game tomorrow. But that's at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Also, I do want to quickly say thank you to Brad and Jan and Anita and Tiffany and all you guys is not only bringing this together, but there's a lot of work that goes into putting something in off campus, as USD found out with all the different things when you take it out of your gym, and I think they've done a great job so far. I'm excited to see how it all pans out on Saturday night, but really looking forward to it. And obviously, with Tom, calling it quits here and moving on and whatnot, but he kind of got this going to really get out in the community and have something off campus in one of the best venues around. There's no doubt about it as far as the hockey goes, but a great chance to get off our home court or at our school and get in an atmosphere like this. So it's kind of Tom's idea right away, and those guys have really come together to put it all together for Saturday. So really looking forward to that. So not just thank you on the road trips and all that kind of stuff, Tom, but I tell you what, we've solved all but I think 2 problems in the world so far on the last couple of road trips. So good work on that, Tom. We got all the answers. If you guys have any questions about world problems right now. Anything else for me? Okay, we're going to bring Mike Dietz up here. Oh, sorry, Ken, go ahead.
When you play tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night we play United Tribes out of Bismarck. They're the ones that just took over with NAU in their campus there, so they want to come down here. And then the OLC is playing their women at 3 o'clock too. So if you want to shoot over for that as well, but our guys are at 5 o'clock with United Tribes. Okay, good. Anything else? All right, Mike Dietz, real quick with Mike. He's a senior in our program. Once removed, he did redshirt last year. Everybody kind of knows his story with redshirting a couple of those guys. We talked about him having 31 the other night, which we needed all 31 to get the win with all those turnovers. But he's done a great job for us, being in our program now for a few years, and really a guy that we go to on both the offensive and defensive end, and just an exceptional player. We're definitely going to miss him, as we're going to miss all our seniors coming up here. But he's a guy that can take over a game at both the offensive and defensive end. Right now, we need him at the offensive end a little bit more, and he stepped up his game. And like I said, we're doing some things to go through him, and done a great job for us. So he'll tell you all about his life, and you got 20 minutes, I think, is all you got left. So make sure you're talking some more. All right, Mike Dietz.
20 minutes, that's plenty of time. I used to play hockey for 6 years, so it's a natural habitat. I first off just want to thank everybody for all the support we've seen for the past 4 years, and all the support that we haven't seen. I know there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make it possible for a lot of us to be here. So thank you very much for that. Like Coach said, and like Tom said, just all season we've been right there. We feel like we just can't get over that hump. And whether it's a lapse in first or second half for 5 minutes, or just not putting things together down the stretch, that's what's exciting about it, though. We feel like we're right there in every game, and I think that's kind of what continues to drive us. So, like Coach said, I'm a senior from Casper, Wyoming. Be graduating in May. industrial engineering. Don't know what I'm going to do yet after that. Still looking for a job. So I guess that's all. Any questions I can answer?
Mike, can you talk a little bit about redshirting as a senior and what it is
Yeah, well, believe it or not, looking at me, you wouldn't think I got any stronger, but I actually did. Believe it or not, over a year. So that's helped a little bit. Shoot, like, yeah, me and Lance and Shock were talking about it, and before we ended up redshirting, and didn't really know what was going to go on with that last year, and didn't want to go out not having a chance to postseason, I guess. But it was beneficial, I guess, to watch the game from the sidelines and kind of take a step back and kind of get a different perspective of things. Yeah, but I mean, coming back after that redshirt year, shoot, I'll tell you, I was nervous that first game. When it came out, got foul trouble, I was mad as all can be. It's like, dang, man, I should have done this. But no, I'm definitely happy. Definitely happy I did. I think we grew from a lot too. So, plus I met some young guys I wouldn't get a chance to meet. Met some clowns on the team. So. Anything else?
Anita, are we having a drawing here for a couple of courtside seats? What happens if I win?
Let's do radio.
I get to draw?
We'll let Remy do it.
Oh.
We want to see Remy connect to see.
Okay, how many of you have tickets? Okay, here they are. Here's the winning number. 047631. 047. Congratulations, courtside. You can yell at the officials and they'll hear you. I want to introduce a very good friend, and it's my honor. He's a member of the Hardrock Club Board of Directors. I've worked with Scott for a lot of years. I think State Farm has been a sponsor now for 18 years, and I think Scott's been involved in probably 15 of those 18 years, and he's been an excellent board member. Many of you know his wife, Sandy, that for some strange reason elected to go to work with me 7 or 8 months ago, and I hope she hasn't regretted that. But Scott's got a very special announcement, so Scott Carl.
As a local State Farm agent, I will say that we are very excited to be the signature sponsor for this Saturday's game. We've been sponsoring Black Hills games for 18 years, and to be in this facility now, it's really exciting. So we're really excited to see these great student athletes take it to our friends in the Northern Hills. I will also note that when Tom started with the Hardrock Club, which I believe was 1989, as the president of the Hardrock Club, I was a senior in high school. So, but on behalf, though, of the board of directors for the Hardrock Club, we really want to give a heartfelt thanks to Tom and all the things he's done. Over the years, my understanding is he's done everything from build office furniture to be an acting AD once. He's driven the bus. He's done all kinds of things. And the important things is that he's raised over $8 million to support Hardrock athletics. And that is great, Tom. You will be missed. But on the as hard as it is to see that go, I'm really happy to announce that we've come up with Tom's replacement. It will be hard to replace, but the next one following in Tom's footsteps. We had a pretty lengthy process. We had candidates from all over the nation, and I'd be glad to say that we didn't have to look very far. We have selected a local gentleman by the name of Nate Brown. Many of you know Nate. Nate's worked for the Catholic school system as their, what's he called here? Executive Director of Development, Marketing, and PR. Whew, that's a long title. He will be the next newest president of the Hardrock Club. So with that, I will introduce you Nate Brown.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank everybody and thank the Hardrock Club Board for this great opportunity. I feel honored to have this opportunity to be the next president of the Hardrock Club. My family and I have a great feeling to join an institution like the School of Mines and Hardrock Athletics, because I really feel the athletes here, the student athletes, are the best and brightest in NCAA Division II. And I look forward to building on their success with all the great fans and supporters of Hardrock Athletics. I think there's exciting things to come, and I look forward to being a part of it. It's one of those things that, for me, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be a part of a family like this, and I think there's going to be big things happening. So first things first, I look forward to 2 big wins coming up on Saturday, and then look forward to getting started here towards the end of the month and getting out there, again, helping Hardrock Athletics move forward. So I truly, respect what it means to be a Hard Rocker right now, and I have the utmost respect for everybody involved, and thank Tom for his years of hard work and dedication, and hope we can move things forward and continue to go in a positive direction. This is going to be a great thing, and I think it's a wonderful opportunity for my family, and I thank you very much.
Just about time to go outside and warm up. And, I was thinking, Jason, that we've got 2 more trips to Texas. The women have a trip to Texas and a trip to California. We'll be able to solve a lot more problems. Thank you to State Farm. 5 o'clock for the women's game on Saturday, 7 for the men's. Tickets are available here at the Civic Center right now. If for some reason you haven't gotten, players, you don't have to buy tickets. And also at the athletic department or online at gotmine.com. So, thank you. By the way, I'm not dead and buried. I'll be doing a lot of the games on radio, and really looking forward to the women and men's teams they progress over the next few years. Thank you very much. If there's anything else, see you Saturday.
Yes.